Happy Devils Tuesday. This is the Woo Report. The Woo Report. Episode 459. Coming to you live from the Primetime Studios inside the General Woo. Yes, the General Woo. Inside the mobile studios in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey. I'm actually in Edison, New Jersey right now, parked on the side of the road, giving you the updates going on with the New Jersey Devils, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. As the Devils, their roster depth will be tested tonight against the Colorado Avalanche, because there may be a change in the lineup due to the injuries that have occurred. Brett Pesce is out. Obviously, Dananoff is out, amongst others. Jacob Markstrom, well, he may be starting tonight. Not sure yet, but good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. This is the Woo Report, episode 459. Devils taking on the Colorado Avalanche tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern, Game Day Live. We'll be live for the preview of what's to come. Devils on an 8-game heater. I have no problem saying it again, so I'll repeat myself. The Devils are on an 8-game heater right now. And I see Brendan from the West Coast, Brendan Warner, saying in the YouTube Live, the best part of waking up is listening to the Morning Woo with your cup. Copyright goes to Sam. Thank you, Brendan, for the endorsement. Let's go Devils. Happy Devils Tuesday to you as well. Also, we're on Instagram Live. Forgot about that. Instagram Live, what's up? This is the first time that, actually second time doing this. We did this on the Morning Woo, but now the Woo Report, now on Instagram Live. I see Annalise says hello. Ted says the Woo Report on Instagram. Drink and Crew Brew for making winning memories one crew at a time. Yes, and Crew Brew, where we make winning memories one crew at a time. Actually, yeah. Is that how you say it? It's been a long time, but and Crew Brew, it's going to be back. It's going to be back. We'll have more about that soon. Devils Woos Day. We see some other Instagram folks that have left Facebook now. They just do Instagram. Well, we figured out how to do Instagram Live. You can find us on Instagram at Let's Go Devils Podcast. Same with Facebook and Twitch at Let's Go Devils Podcast. Our YouTube channel at Let's Go Devils. And of course, on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Let's Go Devils Pod. Yes, at Let's Go Devils Pod. I'm your host, Sam Woo. So the roster depth will be tested tonight. Also, would like to say that we may have two guys in the lineup. Seamus Casey called up after one game of rehab with the Utica Comets. It looks like he will be in the starting lineup today based on the practice lines, according to Amanda Stein. You can find that information on her Twitter account or X account at Amanda C. Stein. As I'm pulling that up right now. Also, let's see. Jacob Markstrom is expected to start tonight against the Avalanche, making his return into the New Jersey Devils lineup. I like that move. Markstrom had a little bit of an okay start to the season, went down with a hand injury. Jake the Snake Allen felt like, hey, I had the cramps, kind of my fault. I got this, Jake. And Jake the Snake did that. And right now it's Jacob Markstrom in net against the Avalanche. Hopefully he can continue the 8-game heater. Also, we got And also another possible roster move, Juho Lamico. Juho Lamico. Some people say Lamico, but I think it's Lamico. Juho Lamico, a forward, 6'1", 195, good speed, good shot, decent skating, and can win faceoffs. Signed in the offseason, $800,000 a year deal, one-way contract, making his way into the lineup. Hallinan and Cholowski, according to Man of Style, look to be the odd men out tonight against the Colorado Avalanche. And you know what? These are the type of signings that these are non-sexy signings that were done in the offseason by Devils GM Tom Fitzgerald. Salary cap era, you've got to find these $800,000 league minimum guys that would have a great ROI, impact, return on investment, because you have to pay Luke Hughes. And I like this kid. He's no longer a kid. 29 years old, played in the Swiss League. I believe he's played with the Vancouver Canucks, Florida Panthers, has traveled around. Decent player. Can he play that role? The bottom six so far looks very good by Tom Fitzgerald. He faced a lot of criticisms during the offseason. But you know what? Look at downtown Connor Brown. All right, he's off to a fast start, just like Stefan Nason did last season. Great signing. And you know what? I'll tell you, this is a really, really deep roster that the New Jersey Devils organization has, and it's very diverse. They kind of diversified their assets. They got these players that are making league minimum that seem to have an impact. They've got a lot of young players, young studs that they've drafted, such as Simone Nemec, one of the higher draft picks. Same with Luke Hughes, but also Seamus Casey, Ethan Edwards on defense. And you can never get enough defensemen, and they've survived. The Devils have survived and thrived without some of their big starters. Now Brett Pesce's out. Next man up. And the depth will be tested tonight because the Colorado Avalanche, they are an elite team. They're absolutely an elite team. And they've seen them. We saw them on Sunday. Devils winning in overtime 4-3 at the Rock. And will the Devils continue this 8-game heater? We'll find out 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. Game Day Live at 8 p.m. Eastern, and also Devils After Dark after the game. So it's kind of, depending upon when the game ends, it's almost a quadruple header Tuesday. But there's lots to talk about around the National Hockey League because everybody's playing. Yes, everybody's playing. It's a frenzy out there of hockey around the National Hockey League. Let's go over some of these games. I wish I had this up. Oh, here we go. All right, 32 teams tonight, 16 games, one night. You got the Keystone battle between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Philadelphia Flyers. Also, you've got the Calgary Flames at the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's a good one. Vegas Golden Knights are playing the Carolina Hurricanes. I don't care about the Hurricanes. But the BJs are playing the Buffalo Sabres. You've got Ducks, Panthers in South Florida at sunrise tonight. New York Islanders at the Boston Bruins. Hey, that Schaefer kid's looking very, very nice right now for the Islanders. Tampa Bay Lightning at the Nashville Predators. Jets playing the Minnesota Wild. And I just went through 8 games, and I'm kind of winded right now. Detroit Red Wings at the St. Louis Blues. Kind of an old rivalry back in before the realignment. Like it. Capitals at the Dallas Stars in Dallas. Ottawa Senators. How about those Ottawa Senators? They look pretty good. They look really good right now, even though they're without Brady Tkachuk, playing the Chicago Blackhawks. Obviously, the Devils taking on the Colorado Avalanche for Game 2 of the Summit Series. I could call it the Summit Home and Home Series. What else? Well, we got the Utah Mammoths. Now, how about those Utah Mammoths? Led by Logan Cooley, John Marino, and the rest. Near top of the Western Conference, playing the Edmonton Oilers in Edmonton. The New York Rangers at Vancouver, playing the Vancouver Canucks. Last 2 games, Canadiens play the Seattle Kraken, and to round it out, the Los Angeles Kings are playing the San Jose Sharks, which the Devils will play Thursday, play LA Saturday, and Anaheim Ducks Sunday. The Let's Go Devils podcast Sunday edition will be postponed, or probably we're not going to do that because of scheduling conflicts, but that's okay. Jenny Streeter, hello, Jenny Streeter. I see you on Instagram Live. Happy Devils Tuesday to you. This is our second broadcast on Instagram Live. Finally figured out how that whole thing works. It's a little complex, a little bit of a pain in the butt to do, but it was requested. I looked into it. Took me only a couple years to figure that one out. All right, so again, roster will be tested for your New Jersey Devils, the depth, and what else? So I think Chalowski and Hallinan are going to be out. I'm looking forward to see this Lamico kid. Again, he's no longer a kid. He's 29 years old. But the projected lines in practice, Palat, Hughes, Bratt, first line. Second line, Heischer centering Meyer and Mercer. Lamico on the third line, which is very interesting to me, centering Brown and Gritzik. Obviously, Cody Glass is out. Glendening centering Nason and Paul Cotter. Hallinan out. And so the defensive pairings tonight, Hughes, Hamilton, Siegenthaler, Nemec, and Dylan and Casey around the third pairing. Chalowski is out, odd man out. And then Markstrom and Allen, obviously, in net. Nico Dawes sent back to the Utica Comets a couple days ago. So there we have it. Big game tonight. I hope the Devils can get that 9-game heater. I hope that they can get that 9-game heater. All right, so now I'm going to the YouTube Live right now. YouTube Live, I see little Fireboy. Love little Fireboy up in Nova Scotia. Brendan Warner says, I need an Ann Crew brew when I visit in December. Brendan, let us know when you're going to be visiting in December. I will not be there on December 5th because I'll be in Chicago for Vinny's wedding. So we'll have to make sure that I'm there to meet you. Let's see what else. Steve Engel, delivering the mail. We love our postal workers. We love our postal workers. And also, a big shout out to those that send kamikaze drones and transport them halfway across the world. Yes, we love our drones transporter guys as well here on the podcast. It's amazing finding out what everybody does for a living here on the Let's Go Devils podcast. But yes, we love our drones transporters, people that transport drones to various places. Very interesting line of work. Very interesting what people do. Anyway, and Steve Engel, we love our postal workers. Just I have to reinforce that for Steve Engel because he likes to have, reassurances and positive influence with him. Low Fireboy says this is the year of the teams that were going nowhere, coming that nowhere. I maybe read that wrong, but anyway. Danidoff should be back in a week or so, says Brendan Warner. I'll have to look that up. They said that he might be back by November 2nd. Interesting. I'm going to have to fact check that and look that up. Not that I don't believe you, but I trust but verify. When you do this live, you do it on the fly. You want to make sure that the information is correct. Brendan Warner says it will be near the end of the month, actually, for the home game in January. For the Utah game, yes, that's like after New Year's Day. I think it's January 3rd or 4th. It's a Saturday night. Actually, it's actually a day game, if I'm not mistaken. But also, Brendan, keep in mind that January 17th, we're going to have a big 1 million party, putting the pieces together, just putting it out there so people save the dates so they don't save January 17th to like go to Disney World or go to Australia for vacation or go to Europe for something or, they'll be like, oh, I'm on vacation. But, no, Meow can be at the January 17th. 1 million party. It will be at American Whiskey. Details to follow. All right, so that's all I got for you here on the Woo Report for your afternoon drive. Yes, your afternoon drive. And this is a beta testing Woo Report. Notice that I'm in my car. We talk about commuting on the Woo Report. The Morning Woo. We talk about commuting, safe driving out there, all that good jazz, good stuff. But, yeah, I figured, hey, let's test the equipment. It's in my car. Some new changes in the lineup. Got to talk about it with you, the fans, the Devils fans. Going to drop the podcast in about 20 minutes. Playing a little hooky right now. But it's kind of cool because I could just sneak out and do this and get it out. It's pretty nice right now. Last year I couldn't do that. Matter of fact, last year was like my time was monopolized with what my wife calls it stupid work. Anyway, let's see here. Seamus Casey, season debut tonight. That's the Frozen Frenzy, all the NHL games. I know Vinny Parisi's going to have every single game on in his studio. That's what I was told. Also, there's Game 4 of the World Series, which I will kind of like, look into. I don't know. I just can't have a Canadian team winning anything. I don't know why. I don't know why. I love Canadians. Don't get me wrong. I love the people. But I don't know. There's a streak going on. And I like to keep that streak. Last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup was in 1993. They rioted in Montreal. The last time a Canadian baseball team won the World Series, it was Toronto Blue Jays. It was in the early 90s. I forgot the exact years. I like to say 1993. Was it that? Was that Joe Carter? I don't remember. I simply don't know. Simply don't care, but simply don't know. Let's keep the streak going. Now, there's no NFL teams in football. I know the Canadians have the Canadian Football League. And in basketball, well, the Toronto Raptors did win. Remember that, what they had, that hashtag We the North, whatever that meant. We the North. That's what they were doing. If anybody can explain that to me, I mean, it sounds like it's obvious, but I don't know. It just seemed like everybody was holding up those signs. We the North. Back in those days. Lil Fireboy has said it. Yes, it was in 1993. Well, let's go to Instagram Live one last time. One of our new channels as well. I see some familiar faces there. Let's see here. People are watching. That's good. Trying something new. Anyway, going to end this podcast on a high note. Dropping the podcast in about 20 minutes for your afternoon drive, hopefully back home. And it's going to be a late night. Morning woos are going to be tough. We're going to try to tough it out in the next, 96 hours or 120 hours of Devils hockey. And these are going to be late nights. I'll probably get to bed at 2 and be up for the Woo Report around 6, 7. I can't. No guarantees, folks. I'll do my best. No guarantees because I also still have to get out and make a living as well. Yes, Lamico in tonight, Helen and out says, oh my goodness. Yes, we talked about that before. And also, Seamus Casey looks to be in, and Chalowski will be out. All right, so we're going to sign off here from the mobile studios. Let's call it the Mobile Command Center. That sounds like more tough. From the Mobile Command Center of the Primetime Radio Studios, we'll be signing off right now. But thank you to all those that are watching, listening right now, dropping the podcast in about 20 minutes. Got to get back in there. And by the way, best value meal ever is the Wendy's Biggie Bag. Because that's what I had for lunch. And I ate it so fast that I didn't leave some for the podcast. But Wendy's Biggie Bag. Double bacon cheeseburger, 4 nuggets with the sauce of your choice, small fries, and a small soft drink. Meow, meow. Great value. That's your tip. But, yeah, cholesterol, that's just a number. That's just a number. It's only bad when things get clogged. Anyway, leaving right now. Till next time. This is the Woo Report. Let's go, Devils.